Everyone, it's another New Year's Day that we're together, but what I'm going to talk about this morning very briefly is the new dawn or the new challenges that will face the KHMER KROM people that aren't just a result of poor Vietnamese policies and historical practices, but the important thing of environmental challenges. So the main thing I'll talk to you today is about one UN mechanism. Now, what we've done every year is we always go to the same body, mainly the UN Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues, because they're indigenous peoples. So it's very important to go to that body to meet with all the other indigenous peoples and discuss common concerns, but more importantly, develop partnerships and strategies to make positive social change. So that's very important. But there's many other venues at the UN because you have many multifaceted issues related to who you are as a people. There's the issues related to health. So you need to spend a little bit of time at the World Health Organization. That's also based in Geneva. Yesterday we covered one UN office. It's okay, I know pictures are very important to the people. There's one office we talked about yesterday. When we go to Geneva, we're going to go to two treaty bodies. What treaty bodies are we going to in February and May that we discussed yesterday? CRC in May, and which one in February? CERD. That's right, sounds like a birth mint, but it's the Committee on Racial Discrimination. So they're under the Office of High Commissioner for Human Rights. But there's lots of other important places. You can kind of think of it as beaches. Everybody likes beaches, right? Everybody likes beaches? Someone doesn't like summer? He likes beaches. All right, we like beaches. Think of the UN as mini beaches. So some days you want to go picnic with your family. You want small waves so the kids can play, and it's very safe. You go to this beach. That would be like UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. You like surfing because it's a little crazy, the waves are over your head, excited. You go World Health Organization, you go to this one. We need to definitely develop to be able to participate in more places because there's more issues. The problem is we need the youth, and also some of you, maybe retirement. It's so boring being retired. And you're not tired, you still have energy. Give me a call. Give Touch a call. Work with us. Work with our high-tech senior monk. He's already doing Skype right now again. He's amazing. So whatever your passion is, whatever interest you care about, if you care about women's rights, there's UNIFEM, focusing on women's population. If you care about any issue, if you care about the children, where's our cheetah girl? There she is in the corner, right? If you care about children, there's UNICEF. All the little kids go around and pass out the UNICEF boxes at Halloween. UNICEF. The only problem is we need to develop one member of KKF for each UN agency that's relevant to us. So an immediate one that we don't need today, but we'll need by 2013, is Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. It's based in Rome, so if you like pasta, good one to work in. Because you have to at least eat pasta once a year when you have to go to Rome on behalf of KKF. They're going to open a new forum on indigenous issues that'll be just like PFII in New York, but just working on food. And the reason I bring that up is probably one of the most important things is, let's do the dreaming that everybody loves to. Tomorrow we wake up and Vietnam decided to leave. It's a New Year's present. We wake up, January 1st, Vietnam left. Wow! Then, after the big party, which I know you would have, what do you do next? You have to feed your people. You have to house your people. You have to do everything that they expected you would do, and that we said we would do if things got better. East Timor is an example. I went there for the last 2 years now. It's hard to run a government. It's hard to take care of all your people. It is a global challenge. There's globalization now. There's corporations that'll come in and destroy your country worse than Vietnam ever did. You have to figure out how to deal with that. East Timor is a difficult time right now. So we have to think about all those things. And one of the most important issues, besides the Food and Agriculture Organization that'll come up, is climate change. Most people talk about climate change as someday in the future. In 25 or 30 years, it will truly be catastrophic. Potentially, Wall Street, Manhattan, kind of looks like Venice, water. This is something that's not maybe, this is fact with science now. Because we keep sending CO2 into the Earth's atmosphere, the world will change tremendously. Where there used to be water, there will be drought. Where there used to be drought, it'll be floods. And the truth is, if you take a human rights approach, it's very simple to realize we have to look at it now. Already in Africa, 100,000 people die due to climate change. Today, not in the future. So the one meeting I've been going to that we haven't gone into enough, but we're looking for anyone interested in environment and climate change. I'll teach you everything you need to know. You can work with me at the meetings. But it's the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. There's 2 reasons to know about it. 1, human rights violations today. Most important, right to water. We're lucky here. We don't even have to drink bottled water if we don't want to. The rest of the world can't drink the water or they will get severely sick and die from common diseases that we can prevent. So what's really important is, you can see it already. The first country that was impacted is a country I work with called Tuvalu. Has anybody honestly ever heard of that country? No. Tuvalu? Sounds like Skip to the Loo? No one's heard of it. It's a small country, 8 islands, 10,000 people. In 15 to 20 years, their homeland will be underwater, entirely submerged. So it is a very important issue for them. Already this year, no water to drink. New Zealand had to send boats of water in. That's not something that anyone can think could be possible. Imagine if you don't have water. Good news is, I know most Khmer women couldn't live without food for more than 3-4 hours, but you can live without food for like a week and a half. Your body is good that way. But water you can only live without for 48 hours. And then it shuts down, and then you have massive health issues. So the issue of climate change connects all the issues. First is the right to water. Second is the right to food. Right now, the salt water comes into their crops, so their food is destroyed. So now they have to eat Western diet. And now they all get diabetes, and they all get health issues. So you can see how human rights and climate change are connected. First, no water. Second, no food. Then your health goes down, and it's all connected. And so, if anyone's really interested, it'd be great to have someone to work with. And what we need to do also is a project we're working on with the youth, is we need to get UN status at all these bodies, at World Health Organization, at the UNEP on environment, at the issue that focuses on the important issue of green growth economy, at the World Health Organization. And the other issue that's very, very important, labor. There are very low labor standards where the KHMER KROM people live. Right now, small girls working in factories around her age for the cashew nuts that you get at Sam's Club and Costco. They lose their sinuses because of the cactus flower in the cashew. So by the time they're 18 or good marrying age, they have to have operations to remove their sinuses for the rest of their life. All these things are issues we can work on, but we should have small campaigns around them to make things better and different. So all I'm saying is, if we talk about human rights yesterday and you're like, that's not very exciting to me, that's great. There are so many more opportunities based on your passion. And that's the important part. You should only do what you really care about. If kids are your issue, you want to work at UNICEF with us. If women's issues are your issue, you want to be at UNIFEM. If you care about health and you're a nurse, you got to be at the World Health Organization. We're just going to match people up with what you care about and then work together. And no matter what you're doing,